to start things off with the IBA Lightweight Championship. Michael Carbajal out of Phoenix, Arizona, 45-3 with 30 knockouts against Jacob Matlala. Matlala from South Africa, coming into this bout as a champion. Of a lesser-known organization, but with a record of 45-10-2. And here is Jacob Matlala, the shortest fighter in all of boxing. He has a height of 4 feet 10 inches, and he weighs 108 pounds. His main weapon, you guessed it, uppercuts. He's not the type of guy to throw jabs. When he does, it connects against an ab, a solar plex. Let's take a look at the two comparisons now of these two fighters, Matlala and Carbajal. There's the age, Carbajal, the lesser by 6 years. Height, well, we talked about it earlier. That's another advantage for Carbajal. He stands at 5 feet, 5.5 inches. Matlala, 4'10". It's about a 6.5 height advantage, 6.5 inch height advantage for Carbajal. Weight, half pound to Matlala. Reach, it's all Carbajal there by 4 inches. Here are the rules of the IBA. Scoring 10-point must system in effect. Three knockdown rule as well is in effect. Standing 8 count is not in effect. Saved by the bell in the last round only. And the referee is the only man who can stop the fight. However, he will take the advice of the ringside physician and stop the fight if the doctor on hand suggests it. And there is Jacob Matlala making his entrance into the ring now. This is his first fight in the United States. The month of July has been very good to Matlala. He has a record of 4-0 in this month. However, he's not been very busy inside of the ring in the last 2 years. He fought only once in 1996, and tonight he's making his second appearance of 1997 inside of the ring. And Matlala is a hero back in South Africa, looking to make a name for himself here in the United States. And he said earlier in the week that the only way I'm going to do that is by fighting a legend. And he feels that Michael Carbajal is an American legend in his class whom he can take on and defeat and make a name for himself here in the United States. Has 10 losses, but he's only lost once since 1991. And here comes Michael Carbajal. Out of Phoenix, Arizona, the 1988 silver medalist for the South Korea Olympics, is back tonight after a victory over Scotty Olsen back in March. Of course, prior to that, he had lost his championship to Mauricio Pastrana inside the same facility back in January. Carbajal looking to get back on the championship road for one of the major organizations. They call them Los Manitos de Piedras, little hands of stone. That's because Carbajal's idol in life was Roberto Duran. Let's get ready for the announcements of both fighters. Let's go to ringside announcer Mark Bureau.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Thomas and Mack Center in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, for an evening of HBO's World Championship Boxing. Under the promotion of Cedric Kushner Promotions and Top Rank Incorporated in association with Caesar's Palace, and Budweiser, this Bud's for you. Tonight's bouts are under the auspices of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The chairman, Dr. Elias Ghanem. Your commissioners are Nat Paracelli, Lorenzo Fertitta, Luther Mack, and Dr. James Nave. Your attending executive director is Mark Ratner. Ring officials assigned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Your ringside physicians are Dr. Flip Hamensky, Dr. James Game, Dr. William Berliner, and Dr. Margaret Goodman. Your timekeeper and counting for the knockdowns at the bell, working on a rotation system for the championship bouts, Al Bisick and Mike Lasella. This is your first championship bout of the evening. It is scheduled for 12 rounds for the IBA Light Flyweight Championship of the World. Ring officials assigned by the International Boxing Association, President Cy Young Grade Dean Chance, Supervisor Irvin Marcus, and World Ratings Chairman Norm Lockton. Your judges at ringside, all from Las Vegas, Nevada, Dwayne Ford, Bill Graham, and Art Lurie. Your referee for this event, also from Las Vegas, working his 136th World Championship fight, Richard Steele. Introducing now the principals first in the blue corner to my right, wearing the white trunks, red trim. He weighs 108 pounds. His professional record reads 45 victories, 10 defeats, 2 draws. He has 21 wins by way of knockout. He hails from Johannesburg, South Africa, the former WBO junior flyweight champion of the world and the challenger, Jacob Baby Jake Matlala. Matlala. His opponent in the red corner, wearing the white trunks, red accessories. He weighs in at 107.5 pounds. His professional record, 45 victories, 3 defeats. He has 30 wins by way of knockout. El Hijo de la República de Mexico, boxing out of Phoenix, Arizona, the IBA Light Flyweight Champion of the World, Michael Little Hands of Stone Carbajal. Carbajal. 12 rounds, IBA Light Flyweight Championship.
Okay, I spoke to both fighters in the dressing room. Caution you again. Obey my commands at all times. Shake hands, good luck.
Michael Carbajal. Earlier this decade, he was considered the most ferocious power puncher in boxing. He would simply walk right through his opponents. He needs to get back to that. What he needs to do is become the boxer that he once was. Wear down his opponent, show confidence inside the ring, and be an all-round boxer, both mentally and physically. Tonight, he will try to do that against Jacob Matlala. Carbajal, as you can see, has a tremendous height advantage in this bout. Matlala standing at just 4'8". 4'10", excuse me. 4'10". He is the shortest professional fighter in all of boxing. You can expect from him tonight to try to move his way inside and score with the uppercut. And Carbajal definitely has the reach advantage coming in here. But it was this type of fighter, not as short, but shorter than Carbajal, that took his title away from him back in January. Mauricio Pastrana used his style much like Humberto Chiquita Gonzalez, a man who Carbajal lost to twice in his career. He got in and out, punched to the body, went with the uppercuts, and scored. And in the end, he picked up the upset. You can bet that Matlala watched plenty of video of those two fighters. see Carbajal has changed in his style. He's more apprehensive. He's also more concerned about getting hit. You can see him protecting himself rather than trying to figure out a way to avoid the punch and countering it. Punches. It's tough for Matlala to really go in and attack this guy from such a short stance, is because when he gets hit, he goes down and he can't really come up and look exactly where he's hitting, because Carbajal's got the advantage, just pounding right down on him. But he's doing well inside. Carbajal, though, letting him get inside. Nice jab there by Carbajal. Nice working of the jab. Keeping that rapid fire left just right inside of Baby Jake's face. That's what he's got to do. A wild left misses by Carbajal to end round number 1.
Wasn't good. You got to stay close to him. Stay close to him, son. He's trying to make. I got it over here. Hand it to me.
Just remember one thing. You started the fight off well. Just keep that type of fighting and try and get in close. Pick up your just don't get on. Keep that. Don't get careless.
Lo agarrabas ahí, pero tiene que ser corto, ¿eh? Y tira a la derecha en forma de gancho, cortito, ¿eh? Left hook, right hook.
Manitas arriba, todos tiros,
Okay, second. In the corner of Michael Carbajal is his older brother, Danny. He's been training with him from his amateur days. And his brother is proven to be a very quality and skill-minded trainer. Guided Michael to his first championship, the IBA Flyweight crown, in only his 15th fight back in 1990. Of course, tonight, Michael is fighting for the light flyweight title, that of the IBA. Once the pride and joy of Phoenix, Arizona, but after he had some questionable defeats to Humberto Chiquita Gonzalez, he had some tough times in trying to adapt to not being a champion. And Jacob Matlala here putting some nice combinations here in the corner, and Michael Carbajal now fighting his way out of it nicely with a left. Back to the body down low goes Carbajal, and Baby Jake just staying inside there, not giving any ground. Right by Matlala, and Carbajal just stays right in there, firing those jabs. Another right. What was I saying prior to that exchange? Carbajal had some tough times adapting to being just a normal fighter, not a championship fighter anymore in terms by title. Had some run-ins with the law, and he lost a lot of respect of the folks in Phoenix. He was considered a role model down there, and now he's more considered of a role model in terms of just celebrity criminal. He's been taken to court a couple times for instances of attacking a police officer, so he's trying to rebuild his reputation in the Valley of the Sun. Best way for him to do that, though, is by beating Jacob Matlala here tonight. And Baby Jake doing his work in the corner. display of leather swapping here. Maybe Jake putting up a better fight than what most people expected here in his American debut. And he is just knocking Michael Carbajal off balance with those short punches. Round 2 is in the books, and you can score that one to that man about to take a seat. Baby Jacob Matlala. And there is Danny Romero, lacing up his shoes for the bout of his life as he gets ready to take on his old childhood buddy, Johnny Tapia. There's a look high above the Thomas & Mack Center. And we take the action back down low for round number 3. Richard Steele, the third man in the ring tonight. A big right by Carbajal rocks Matlala, and he's in a bit of trouble in the center of the ring. Staggered for a second, trying to get his senses back. Another right by Carbajal. And Carbajal comes out firing after getting pounded in round number 2. Carbajal realizing that he can't really exchange punches inside. He's got to just jab, move, and just throw the big punches when he can. Jacob's got the speed advantage because he's got a little less reach inside. Jacob is just going to school on Carbajal in the corner, but Carbajal trying to fight his way out now, missing, connects with a nice right to the body, but Matlala comes right back. Neither fighter, nice right by Matlala. Neither fighter taking a breather here as they both trade blows in the center of the ring. And a lot of swelling now going over the left eye of Michael Carbajal. He's starting to get a little bit of a welt there, and those right overhand rights that Jacob Matlala is throwing are doing their share of damage. Jacob Matlala's style, much like Mauricio Pastrana, much like Humberto Chiquita Gonzalez. Both fighters have defeated. Oh, the big right staggers Carbajal. He's in a bit of trouble now. He's backpedaling a bit, but he comes right back with another left to the head of Matlala. And Michael continues to find himself getting caught in the trap of inside fighting here and not backing out and using his jab and utilizing the best weapon in his arsenal to wear down an opponent. There he goes with a big right, but it does not faze Matlala. Keeping themselves very active in this fight. Ten seconds left in round number 3.
He has a good in it. As long as you got those guards up, but hit your punches up. Up, let them go upward. It's open. When you catch him with those punches, it's over. It's open. Pick them up, and send them upstairs.
Very good, chap. You're looking good. You're looking good. You keep working it. Don't let him rest. Don't let him rest. He try to get you inside here and load you with the big shots.
Okay.
Keep your hands moving. Just keep your hands moving in there. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Close your eyes and just listen.
There's replays now from the previous round of this fight. Interesting stat that I just received here at ringside. Jacob Matlala has thrown 130 more punches than Michael Carbajal as we start round number 4. And these two guys are two of the shortest inside of the arena here this evening, but they have provided us with two of the bigger performances thus far. In case you're wondering, the third man in the ring is 6 foot 2 inches of refereeing skills, known as Richard Steele. Carbajal comes into this bout with a height of 5'5.5". As we've mentioned before, Jake Matlala in the black and the white and red trunks, excuse me, is the shortest fighter in the world. And the shortest fighter in the world is going down low and has got Michael Carbajal in the corner. He has proven to be very successful in this area during the course of the fight thus far. And he is continuing to just tee off on Carbajal here. And he feels that he's going to chop down this tree sooner or later. He was going low and then going to the head and moving Carbajal down. And Carbajal is just now walking into these punches. He is not moving. Clearly, Michael Carbajal is not the same fighter he once was. And now he comes with a big right Carbajal does. And he follows it up with another. And the crowd is starting to rally behind the former champ. And Matlala's height does pose to be a problem for Carbajal also, because when he ducks, Carbajal is not allowed to really throw those type of punches that he wants to, the uppercuts, which he has done plenty of damage with in the past. And when he is forced to go down and fight at Matlala's level, that's only becoming more of an advantage for Baby Jake, as Carbajal gets out of the ropes nicely. And both guys just exchanging blows in the center of the ring. Big right by Baby Jake, backs Carbajal up. Another right by Baby Jake. Pushes Carbajal back into the rope. And Carbajal is absorbing a lot of punches here this evening. Richard Steele gives him a warning, but no action taken. There's a look high above the Thomas and Mack, and you can see that older brother Danny is scolding Michael for those two blows near the end, or after the round, rather. Carbajal, as we mentioned, has not been the same fighter since those two defeats to Humberto Gonzalez. Here's Matlala on the attack in a place he is very familiar with, the corner. And you can just see that Carbajal is absorbing those punches, adjusting his body, and just getting tagged in the process. Matlala racking up serious points here with the judges during the course of the 4th round. And to be honest with you, I have him actually leading this fight. I think he lost round number 1, but he's come on strong ever since. case you're just joining us, Michael Carbajal taking on baby Jake Matlala for the IBA Light Flyweight Championship. Carbajal in the all-white trunks, Matlala, the shorter fighter, with the red and white pants this evening. And baby Jake is just once again attacking Michael Carbajal in the corner. And Matlala, feeling that he's got Carbajal in trouble now, just connecting at will. Exchange ratio here, about 4-2 in favor of baby Jake, but Carbajal starting to come on. And in front of a Mexican national-backed crowd, I hate to say it like this, but it's the truth. Baby Jake is opening up Michael Carbajal like a piñata here. And the South African is doing very well here in his American debut. But here comes Michael Carbajal with a right over the top and then a left to the body. But as you can see, Carbajal is just 2 punches and that's it. He's not following it up. Here's a fighter who perhaps may have relied too much on his power from the past and those knockouts that he scored early on, and still feels that he has that power to do the damage, but in all honesty, he doesn't. Because to this point, up to this point of the fight, he has only rocked Matlala once. He's not had him in any serious trouble. And Matlala goes back to the corner and continues to chop down this bigger tree to him known as Carbajal. And Jacob Matlala refusing to give any ground here, turning in a championship performance against Carbajal. And Carbajal now just trying to time the moment when Matlala is fixing to throw one of those rights, because you can see him just loading up his own right to try to counter it. Less than 10 seconds now left in this round. Round number 5. And this one's in the books.
You're working hard, John. You're working hard. You feel?
A lot of sponge, please.
Take a deep breath.
A lot of water.
Take a deep breath, huh? Take a deep breath.
You look great.
Take another one.
Yes, Jack. Yeah.
The crowd is ungasuki kuye. One thing ngene phakathi kuye ungasuki kuye. And uchange ama-angle akho na. Ungamshayeli ngapha lo uqonde kuye. Uchange ubuyele ngapha ubuyele ngapha.
Okay.
Ungene kuye kahle ne.
Okay.
Ungazivumela ukuthi uze nje straight. Okay.
Keep them hands up. Keep them hands high.
Give him the angle. Go back straight up. A él lo está contrando bien, pero mira, no lo dejes que te pongan la cuerda porque estos están mirando como
struggling this evening
y son los puntos.
against baby Jake Matlala. What Carbajal needs to do is to cut off the ring and try to turn the tables on Matlala and get him into a corner and show his offensive. He has yet to do that during the course of this fight. And baby Jake just continues with that straight ahead style, and he continues to land. And credit the South African for coming into the United States tonight for the first time ever in front of a foreign crowd in a foreign atmosphere and not letting any one bit of it affect them in this fight. Some fighters find themselves coming into the ring in a total daze because they've already been beaten just by the crowd and by the whole event itself and not by its opponent. That has not been the case with Jacob Matlala here this evening. Turnaround right by Matlala. And the eye by Michael Carbajal that we mentioned was swelling earlier in this fight. It's starting to show a bit more swell to it. You can just see Matlala just attacking. Oh, and Carbajal is cut big. Carbajal has got a huge cut over his left eye. Matlala has cut Michael Carbajal deeply. And he is now smelling the wind. That eye is beginning to affect Carbajal. You can see he's already wiping over to it. And psychologically, Michael Carbajal is more concerned about his eye at the moment than he is about this fight. And Jacob Matlala knows it. And Jacob Matlala said earlier in the week that he wanted to beat an American legend, come in here and make a name for himself. Thus far, he has done that. But not only is he beating this American legend, he has cut Michael Carbajal. Carbajal, a legend among Mexican Americans here in the States, especially after capturing a silver medal in the 1988 Olympics. And both fighters just going right at it in the center of the ring. And that is the end of the round. And you can see that Michael Carbajal is an exhausted fighter.
No, it's not too bad.
He's got his legs spread out on his stool, his head leaned back, and as soon as he sat down, he had his mouthpiece wide open.
I got it right here.
Dr. Flip Homansky of the Nevada State Athletic Commission is in the corner analyzing the situation.
I got it, bro. That's not bad. No es nada. Aquí la tengo bien. Dame la vaselina, Angel. Ya, ahí lo traigo, ya lo lastimaste, Mike. Pero las manos arriba.
Tienes que subir las manos, tienes que tener las manos arriba, Michael, todo el tiempo, No las abajes.
Stop late now, right?
Bloquéale.
Manos arriba por aquí.
And we start round number 7. And the question being now for Michael Carbajal is, what do I have to do? He's been hitting Jacob Matlala with some big blows, and he has not stopped him at all this evening. He's not even slowed him down. And Baby Jake now has started the 7th round by just going after the win. He has not let up at all since the start of the bell here in round number 7. Just keeping inside close, eliminating Carbajal's jab, and continuing to punish the silver medalist from the 88 games. Carbajal is just getting opened up in his own corner now. Plenty of time left here in round number 7, and we may actually see the doctor here make an appearance here soon. Carbajal's trunks were white at the beginning of the fight. They are now white with spots of red. And Baby Jake is relentless in there, showing laser beam precision with his punches, refusing to let Carbajal have a breather. He is showing the type of offense that Carbajal's hometown team of the Phoenix Suns had in the early 90s. Shot to the body, but as you can see, he does not follow it up with anything. He's just a two-punch fighter now. And Baby Jake is like a stump, refuses to move. And as you can see, Carbajal is extremely concerned about his eye. You can watch him just wipe it every so often. Michael Carbajal is not only getting beaten tonight, folks, but he's having his lunch handed to him by a man 6.5 inches shorter by him. And there is Johnny Tapia gearing up for his fight against Danny Romero, the Albuquerque native. Boy, you can hear the crowd. They're all over him right now, and both of Michael Carbajal's eyes are cut now, the right and the left.
Ese era un cabezazo bruto.
And I mentioned earlier tonight that
Get the ref to call that.
the South African fighter, the journeyman South African fighter, Matlala, with 45, 10, and 2 mark.
He's doing it intentionally, man.
That was a headbutt. He's bringing that head in, Richard.
He's getting the job done. Matlala is here. Watch him with a flurry inside. Carbajal hits one time and just gets out. He does not follow it up. He's a one-punch fighter now. Here's Michael Carbajal in the white trunks. They were white, they're now pink. And Jake Matlala in the red and white is working over Michael Carbajal here at the Thomas & Mack Center. This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds, but by the 2 cuts over Carbajal's eyes at the moment, it is a question now whether or not we will even see the end of the 12th round here tonight. Carbajal knows he's in trouble. He knows that the commission is on him right now. The doctor is, and he's threatening him in terms of that. He's got to do something offensively before this one might get stopped, because right now I'll be surprised if Carbajal comes out to answer the bell for the next round. Matlala is just on top of Carbajal. He refuses to let him breathe, refused to give him any type of ground. And Carbajal is just resting against the ropes, trying to get something, but he's not moving. For the first time since 1994, Carbajal is in danger of losing his second fight in a year. He lost 2 in that year. He lost once already this year in January against Mauricio Pastrana. And if Jacob Matlala continues to bob and weave and punch and jab, then Carbajal will find himself with his second defeat of 97. Less than a minute left in round number 8. And Jacob Matlala is close to putting away Michael Carbajal. In all honesty, I will be very surprised if they allow Michael Carbajal to fight after this round. He is cut open right now like a ripe watermelon. Oh, and a big right by Carbajal sends Matlala back, but he does not follow it up. Another one backs Matlala up. And that is the end of round number 8. It will be very interesting to see what happens here in both fighters' corners, specifically, though, Carbajal's.
Damos uno más, eh? A ver. Danny, let me see. Don't open it, Doc. Don't open it. Yeah, you open it, you make it work. Got to see it for his safety. There. If you open it, Doc, you stretch it out. You make it bigger. Dame la vaselina, Angel.
Here's a replay now. Some of the action from round number 8 near the end. You can see Carbajal is just a bloody mess. And surprisingly, they're going to let this one continue. A bit of a surprise for a Nevada official to let this one to proceed. Oh, and a big left rocks Carbajal. He's back in the corner, back in Jacob's stopping grounds. And you can just hear the leather swap in here between both fighters, but it's mainly Matlala who's throwing most of those punches. He's starting to slow down here a bit in round number 9. And Carbajal follows it up with a big right and goes with the left, but he does not continue to throw. And Jacob Matlala just comes right in with a straight jab. Time has been called by referee Richard Steele. Flip Pomansky, the ringside physician, is going to analyze the situation and make a decision as to whether or not Carbajal can continue. He has stopped big fights before, and that is it. That is it. Jacob Matlala, all 4 feet, 10 inches of him, comes from South Africa to the United States, and in his first fight, he upsets Michael Carbajal, a man whom he called a legend back here in the States. And there is Michael Carbajal, a man who is perhaps at the crossroads of his career. It was something that not many people discussed prior to tonight, but after this performance, it will certainly be a topic of discussion amongst boxing fans and critics everywhere. Carbajal, who just 9 years ago represented his country in the Olympics and captured the silver medal, but is now a fighter who has seen his better days. A fighter with more questions than answers. Meanwhile, Jake Matlala, who now improves to 46-10-2, makes himself a force to be reckoned with in the light flyweight division. A division that just is 7 pounds lighter than the 2 guys will be watching, well, actually less, about 6 pounds lighter than the 2 guys will be following this fight. And once everyone gets out of here, of course, I'm talking about the main event, in your face, Johnny Tapia and Danny Romero. And there is Carbajal. You can tell he is a man, and not only a man, but a fighter with questions.
The time, 1 minute, 24 seconds of the 9th round. The referee stops the bout on the advice of the doctor because of cuts over both eyes of the red corner. The winner and new IBA light flyweight champion of the world, Jacob Baby Jake Matlala. Matlala.
Jacob Matlala now has 2 titles to his collections, and I bet you if you lay both of them end to end attached, they're longer than Matlala. A man who at 4 feet 10 stands taller than any other individual inside this arena as we speak. And here is Michael Carbajal. Let us hear from the loser for the 2nd time in 97 and hear what Michael Carbajal has to say.
Your eyes have been bloodied
Why would you go on with your career if you will go on?
Well, I think I'm still a good fighter, and I got caught with two small headbutts inside, and he's a tough fighter, and respect Jake a lot. And for all you little kids who see little baby Jake, hey man, he has a lot of heart, and look up to him because he's a damn great fighter, and I give him all the respect.
Was he just too busy for you to get off with your power shots?
No, I don't. I think I was landing some good shots. He can take a hell of a punch. I think at the end, when I landed the last couple of shots right before they stopped the fight, I think they backed him up quite a bit, and I couldn't see all the blood was coming up in my eyes, and I fought good during the whole fight.
Will you at least consider retirement now?
I don't know. I had a great career, and let's see what happens. It depends how I feel, like tomorrow or the next day. And, even if I was to retire, I'd be happy with it.
Michael, thank you. You've given us a great career.
Well, thank you.
All right, baby Jake. You got your wish. You came to America. You fought Michael Carbajal. How did you beat him?
And well, first I want to thank Rodney and Cedric and HBO too. I mean, to give me the chance. I mean, this was my dream fight. I've been dreaming to fight Carbajal all the years. I mean,
how long have you been dreaming of fighting Michael?
5 years, Larry. For 5 years. I could see I could beat him. He's a tough kid. But I could see that the style of fighting him, I'm far better than him. I mean, I work hard.
You didn't feel that he had the quickness or the firepower to deal with you?
Yeah, he doesn't have the fighting power that he could beat me. I mean, he could beat other junior flyweight, not me. I mean, I'm a hell of a tough kid from Soweto.
So are you going to see Nelson Mandela when you go home, do you think?
As usual. You have to invite me for lunch. He's my hero, and he supports me all the way.
All right. So lunch with Nelson Mandela, a championship belt, a victory over Michael Carbajal. What a night for Baby Jake.
And a man with a dream and with a wish watches it become a reality here inside that ring this evening as Jacob Matlala captures the IBA Light Flyweight Championship.